I can almost guarantee that you've never seen a game that looks quite like this one before. This is Hauntii, a beguiling adventure in which you uncover the secrets of an expansive and mysterious world. Essentially, a tour through the afterlife. The game's creator, Leo Dasso, describes this as a chilled-out experience. You'll be exploring eternity, a place that exists outside of space, where all souls eventually end up. As Hauntii, you'll traverse this mysterious world, using your ghostly powers to possess both its inhabitants and the environment itself, leading to a wide range of solutions to combat and puzzle scenarios. This mechanic is called haunting. Think Cappy in Super Mario Odyssey. With it, you can haunt an entire tree, or the little ladybug that climbs up that tree, gliding down through the forest. The game has the same type of mechanics as a twin-stick shooter, with less focus on high-intensity combat and more of an emphasis on finding creative ways to use that ability. Progression in Hauntii and the main story center around collecting stars, which will have the ability to give ghosts access to pieces of their past life. Whenever you find one of these stars, there's this amazing little animation of our ghost friend circling around it. You then have to find a star pedestal where you can place your star into a constellation node, which I'm guessing will reveal little pieces of our ghost's past. This is what Leo had to say about the story in an interview with Game Rant. There's this backstory that's like a real slow burn. As you progress through the game, you get a little glimpse here and a little glimpse there, and it slowly builds up. So I'm really interested to see how people react to that. As for eternity, a mysterious race of glowing creatures known as Eternians inhabit it and guide lost souls to an ominous central tower. It's here that they appear to ascend to a higher plane. These Eternians look like angels, but no one really knows who they are or where they came from. So reaching this tower seems to be our main goal, but life, or the afterlife, is all about the journey rather than the destination, right? If you've got a story, then you need some characters. You've probably noticed this one in particular following Hauntii around eternity. This is Crisp, our guide to this strange new place. Then there's this character who's really into fortune-telling and tarot cards, but maybe needs a little bit of practice. A giant winged bell guardian, and some baddies. Other than that, Leo's made some sketches of a bunch of other characters, so we'll just have to get out there and meet them all when the game comes out. And this isn't a character, but this ghost airship design is super cool, and I can't wait to see where it's used in the game. All the ghosts and spirits, though, are so simple, yet so expressive. I'm sure there'll be a lot of quirky and memorable characters. Hauntii is all about exploring an expansive handcrafted world with tight yet open-ended environments. Whichever path you take, there will always be something around the corner just waiting to be discovered. The starting area is a light blue-green and is designed to teach players the basics. The background starts off super simple, a blob of color in the darkness. And when you float further along, all the intricacies of this place start revealing themselves to you. Little flowers, rocks, tree stumps, until you end up in the Eternal City, a tangle of bridges, towers, and giant hourglasses. Maybe this is where we first meet Crisp, or a location we'll visit with them later on, but it's vast and expansive and a beautiful bright mint color. The Orange Forest of Spirits is quite charming and contains my favorite location in the game so far, Stump Cafe. I think this says Stump. A quiet respite carved into the ancient wood. The attention to detail in Hauntii is astounding. I mean, the sheer amount of mushrooms alone. Last is the Purple Carnival area, which has been introduced on social media a bit more recently. It's home to the lovely fortune teller and a giant roller coaster. Maybe even some secret areas too, like this bonus room full of gems. Hauntii will have optional, more challenging areas for players to explore, so casual gamers can sort of stick to the golden path, as Leo puts it, and those up for a challenge can venture into the unknown. Leo Dasso has been designing games in one form or another for about 20 years, and Hauntii has come a long way from its initial sketches and early art style. If you're wondering how exactly things got to where they are today, here's what they had to say about it. The main influences of the art style for this game are actually the constraints. To create an asset needs to be very quick. I think of an asset and then draw it up and then pop it in. That's pretty much why the game is in monochrome, and that's why it's a single line weight. A single line weight forces you to not get too detailed because you can't lightly sketch in things. It's like drawing with a Sharpie, basically. You have to commit to the mark. and it totally and absolutely works here. If you vibe with this one, then definitely check out Leo on Instagram to see the progression of this wonderful art style. I can't end this video though without talking about the music, produced by the talented Light Return. So here are some chill ghostly vibes to send you drifting along your way.